So today what I'm doing is I'm simulating what happens if you lose or you misplace or you forget some of your gear. So I was dropped off at a local garage today to then go and do a stranded and extract type exercise with my resources bag and my Dragon Supplies day sack, and that's all I've got. But I've intentionally left my resources bag behind. Now my resources bag, for anybody who watches this channel, will they'll know that I carry my cutting tools in there, the massive amount of cordage, I carry me container to boil water, and with my nesting cup as well, and a few little bits and bobs that are important to my 10 C's of survivability. However, because I don't have them, what I've had to do is I've had to purchase a few little things from that garage to then start trying to get myself back home. So let's see what I've got today then. Firstly, got my 30-litre day sack from Dragon Supplies, and in there now is my army issue bouncing bomb sleeping bag and army issue bivvy bag. So at garage I managed to buy myself a little bit of kindling, a roll of tin foil which will come apparent later. Got myself a travel mug because I've got nothing to drink my brews out of, so that is one of my containers. The tin foil is also going to be one of my containers as well from my 10 C's. Got the Grayzy Mark III, and then some Gorilla brand duct tape as well. Underneath it I've pre-made some bannock door, and then I've then got some heavy duty bin liners which will also come apparent later on, but that's part of my sleeping system. I've got a collection of down the range coffee bags which they were kind enough to send to us, water, and of course some first aid gear, and then my Victorinox sharpener. So that is all I've got to get myself home. And in my pocket dump I've got myself some tissues, a stick of fat wood, a lighter, Miltech prismatic compass, and some leather gloves, hank of cordage, and some of the Northern Limits Inferno discs. As I said before, because my container is in my resource bag which I've left, I've had to buy this from a shop. It only costs us about £4. The heated mug, so that'll be good for some kindling. So the idea is you plug it in, stick it into the charger on the car. So I would assume there's a heating element somewhere in here. Oh, there we go. And then it heats your water up for you. So let's get this plugged in. Oh wait, let us find the charging point. As I've been absolutely dumping down here, the ground is absolutely sodden wet. So this is where some tin foil can actually come into play. The good thing about tin foil, as it's metal, aluminium, not aluminum as the Americans like to say. That was a dig at you there, Jack from Outlaw Camper. What you can actually do is lay some on the ground, and then you've automatically then got a waterproof and dry platform. Start your fire on. As I don't have a ferro rod, I've only got a lighter. So what I can do to think about start boiling some water is to start making a vessel. What I'm then doing, I'm just squashing the corners together. And then I've got a rudimentary boiling vessel. Again, it doesn't have to be like super neat, however, as long as it's going to hold the water and it's going to be leak proof, who cares? If anyone's interested in any of the products that we've got here on Northern Limits Bushcraft and Survival, please check out our Etsy page, search Northern Limits Bushcraft and Survival, and you'll see what everything that we've got for sale. Have a peruse at our wares and enjoy them. And then let that boil. Grayzy needs coffee. Let's go man down. We've almost got bubbles. Dry material here. So collect that and make it into a bird's nest. So I went out and collected some partially dry grass, which is, from the looks of it, there's a little bit of grass and some goose grass as well, or sticky weed. Now there's a lot of moisture in here as well, however what I want to do is to always think about my next fire mentality. So out of the fire I've just had, once it's cooled down, I'm going to take some of the coals so I can reignite it later on. Quick blast with me later just to get the ember going again. But in the meantime, this needs to dry out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in my pocket, just so my body heat can actually start evaporating some of that moisture in it, so I can use it later on. Bingo. So I've got a boob, and then I'll blast that with me later on. Well, I've just returned to this little area I've been to before. I built the debris shelter, and look, during the storms that we've been having, clearly a widowmaker has fallen on top of the shelter and collapsed it. So one of two things can happen. I can either try and salvage it, or I'll have to build another one. I'm not entirely sure I should be grateful I wasn't there when that fell, or I'm a bit miffed at the fact that it has fell. So the ridge pole has snapped in 2 places. There's part of it there. I managed to move the tree. The issue is it's uprooted and then fell. So lesson learned from that one is double check that it's still alive. I've actually learned quite a valuable lesson, because this whole structure is quite heavy. However, what it does mean is I can recycle everything and then crack on more. Part of my issue is the fact that my saw is my resources bag, because I'm simulating the fact that I've lost or forgot it. I've not been able to trim anything down yet, so I moved that tree by pure brute force and stamping on it. Less calories on the upside, but I've got some work to do, because like I say, it's winter. I've probably only got about 3 hours worth of light. Got a lot of work to do. got a quick base layer, got the shelter up where I'm going to be staying, and now I need to do the little bits inside just to ensure that I stay warm. So this is where more tin foil comes into play. Right, so what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to lace this with tin foil, so it's exactly the same concept as a super shelter where you put a space blanket up, but I've got a roll of tin foil. I'm going to try and utilise it because I'm only out for 24 hours, so I'm quite happy using what resources I've got. As I'm boiling more water for a brew, let's go make my mattress. Right, so this is where the bin bags come into it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open them up, sweep some leaves up, and then 3/4 quarter fill them, tie them off, and then bang them down as mattress. I got this idea from Sean Kelly from Corpus Corner. Great idea. It's essentially what it's designed to do is make a mattress to get you off the floor, to prevent the conduction from the floor, especially the damp floor, sucking all that body heat out of you during the night and then getting you cold. So it's just to help us try and stay warm. So I want maximum effort with the kit I've got to stay as warm as I can. Let's get to it. So another great thing about tin foil, it's great for cooking it as well. So what I've got here is some spicy chorizo. So I'm going to cut some of that down. However, I don't think you need to see us cut it all down there. Okay, because what I would normally do is I would normally put potato in there, again full of starch, carbs. Seal the sides off so all the fat's going to cook that up in there on the fire. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, that hobo meal, the chorizo, potato and onion was outstanding. Loved it. All through, hobo styley, with tin foil. So it's pushing 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. We are now going to start losing light, so the only thing to do is just keep the fire going and then just chill out for the next 6 hours before I go to sleep. Oh well, more firewood I think, and then catch us in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in that survival situation where you forget your kit or you lose your kit, there's an alternative. Get a roll of tin foil or start packing it and give it a go yourself. Let me know how we get on. I'm Grayzy, I'll see you next time.